4 cities. The all DLC, no mod build of Silver Shores with 421. Got a population of about 7,200. Cash, that's 60,000. We spent a lot of money on that city center where we built City Hall. We're still heading to 8,500. And I think we should just take a quick look around and see what's happening here. You know, we've only got 3 tiles open, and the city's in a position to really grow a lot. If you take a look here, let's go our aerial view. There, just 3 tiles. Now, eventually, of course, we're going to get way down here. We want to build our little tourist section down here. But really, you could build a city up to 100,000 just in this area we have here. It's all laid out perfectly and ready to go. What we have to do, though, is just make sure we're putting the necessary services and transportation and parks and a unique building or two with our population, commercial, and industrial areas in mind. And it'll be pretty much a perfect city. It's going really nicely. One other decision we have to look at is we may run the trolley through here. There's a little spot here where you can run the trolley all the way down to the beach and then just take it, along this beach area. This whole area, as I said, is going to change. Now that high density is open, we'll be adding in quite a bit more. We've seen it over here at Pleasant Heights, which, by the way, we're going to rename that, so don't get too stuffy. So yeah, there's a lot going on here at Silver Shores. Want to just set the game on high here so we can build up some more cash. There's a lot more we have to build, and it's going to take money. The other thing to keep in mind is once we hit 8,500, we open up the rail, and that we want to take all the way out there to the big mountain. And so it's probably going to come across here, and we'll have a little station here. We could have the trolley meet up here, and we could do like a little transportation area over here, and then kind of follow the highway. And there will be a station down here. I don't know if it'll actually be in Smokin' Charlie's Village, although that could be a spot. And then more likely down here, because this whole area is going to be a tourist beach area as well, so it'd be good to have a station there. We'll still be using the EcoBus system, but that's mostly going to be out here at Cypress Hill, or anywhere else that we need to revamp the bus system. In fact, let's take a look here. There's a ton of people waiting, and I think we can fix that. We're just going to need to up the number of buses, which is really easy to do. Just go in here, get into the details, and when we started off, we did it at 50%. Let's take it up to 75. Actually, let's take it up to 100. There's a lot of people riding that line. We'll change that eventually. And we really haven't serviced this area all that much. It's okay. Alright, farm is coming along nicely. We'll come back to this for some more detailing. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're going, what we need to do to make it all work. God, we only need 1,000 more people to hit 8,500. So we can kind of fill in what we need to. I think the first thing we should do is let's drop a road in here. At some point we may want to upgrade the trolley, but for now, let's just make sure we block it off. Kind of like that. It's not exactly what I had in mind. Maybe if we try from this direction. Let's go. There, that's... Actually, if we... What if we do it in 2 parts? What do you think? And then over? Nah, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Look at it go. It just wants to build there. The robot knows how valuable that is. gonna be tight, I guess, huh? You know what I'm saying? These are one of these little problems you run into. Let's try it this direction. And just go straight at first. Maybe just out to... right there, maybe? Alright, now let's go back and do freeform. See if we can make a decent curve. Because if we do the trolley, we're just going to come back and upgrade this. Okay, that's okay. That's not too bad. I'm good with that. Alright. And then that's what developed, except here's what we're going to do to change that a little bit. Look how hungry the development is. Okay. Let's go back here to select. And let's just take that out. And then go density here. Like that. And like that. Let's just see what comes in there for that. Okay, 78,000. We're going to need more cash. We need a lot more cash for what's coming. Okay. I wanted to drop that in because we need to go back and let's just check power. Good, looking good there. Okay. How about water? No problem. That's looking good. All right. Healthcare. Now at some point we could go really big. Like this one here, 65. So you gotta really pull back and look at what the coverage is. See, it literally will cover the whole city. Yeah, way up there. I don't know that we need to do that. Let's take another look here. Oh, we already got a pretty good coverage for that one. Okay, let's see police. I'm willing to wait on that. Let's check out the cops. Plenty of coverage with the police right now. Not so much down there, but we'll come back to that. A few criminals in jail, almost at capacity. Got a few criminals in town, but not too bad. Alright, let's check the fire. Okay, right, as I suspected. So, where do we want to put our fire department here? You can see, oh, there isn't really one down at that end either. Yeah, we need much better fire coverage, don't we? So let's just, for kicks, for right now, I know it's not perfect, let's just drop that in there for starters. There we go. Smiles all around. Especially down here, this is going to be a problem as we build out our high density. We'll have to increase services down there quite a bit. Alright, now over here, thinking, let's try this spot right here. Just automatic coverage, boom. It's too valuable. Too much value there. Okay. Now, let's go back over here and look at the schools. This definitely is going to need a little more coverage. You see, it just eats into your cash when you start adding this in. Now, I'm going to go for this one. This one is a little more like what's going on here. And I'm going to keep in mind that at some point we're pulling it this way. So I think what we want to do is kind of get it in here somewhere. Let's see how that is. That's pretty good coverage. Except I think we'll do it like that. I think maybe let's just go ahead and pull the road down a little bit. Doesn't have to be that far. Let's just go full straight here. Let's go like that, and of course, let's drop in a playground across the street. Oh, that's a small park. Let's do small playground for real quick here. And there. Okay, so there's a few services for right now. And that popped right back in. Good. Okay, so we got a park there. A little more services there. We're going to take out one more industry area. We're slowly moving this. So let's take out another. As you can see, there's a need over here. We're going to push really hard over here, but first we want to get that train transport hub in. And so it's going to be a little bit out of balance. We'll see. All right. We could also redo this a little bit to sort of straddle the coast a little better as we build that out. All these could come down a little bit when we build out our high density along the shore there. We'll see. Just getting ready to make this big push. Let's see, we got some down here. How is our fishing output going? We need to check on that, because really we're waiting for that tuna. $760,000 tons more to go. Okay, that's fine. Let's let that go for a while. Okay. Let's check on our water line here. Ah, okay, that's good. In fact, we could pull that down a little bit more, huh? Let's see here. I don't know if we're going to be able to save this. That's too bad. Yeah, definitely too bad. And we can pull this one down. Let's figure out how far that is. All right there. That's good. We don't want to get too far. That's probably going to be some office space. And like that. Okay. And let's see if there's any other services we need to drop in. We really haven't done any disaster services. I suppose we could drop in a small... So here's the disaster response unit. And then here's a small emergency shelter. We'll come back to these. But yeah, that's definitely the other one. Okay. Really just trying to build up cash. Let's see where we are with unique buildings. Yeah, we're talking about Statue of Liberty, 210 right there. And let's see, what else can we drop in here? That'll come in another part of town. The cathedral, 500,000. I think that's going to go somewhere else. Let's just play that safe. Next, once we get into that tourist leisure area, that's when we're going to drop in the theater and some of the other entertainment ones. We've also got this luxury hotel. That'll go in. Transport tower, maybe over there. We'll see. Oh yes, the oppression office, but that's in a different part of town. The observation tower is a great thing, but we might save that for the other side. Remember, some of these we're going to save for the other side once we get over there. And then this, I use a lot of these for kind of a tech center build. Some of these content creator packs. And then some of these bigger buildings, those are kind of the center area of micro builds, which we'll get into. Higher education is a thing here at Silver Shores. We're going to need a university. And quite a few choices here. This is kind of the one I want. 75,000. And this is kind of a centerpiece thing for our community, so I'm thinking right here. But we want it to get as many people as possible. It only hits so many over here, but it does hit our best and our brightest. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put this one here. There's going to be other universities available, but for right now, drop that one in. And it does get a little hurrah from the rest of the city, but really, to make that work, it's got to have good public transportation. Okay. And let's go ahead and fill in some more high density. Let's go all the way to there. And then we'll do one low density commercial right there and see what comes in. Okay. Just take care of the power problem, really. We just want to get our university up and running. Very nice. This is going to help our population count as well. We only got to hit 8,500. And I think we can safely do this side as well. Let's give one little space here for the school. And let's take that one all the way to here. And again, I'll put a couple commercial ones. I got a couple little spaces down here I can fill in. Boom. There we go. All right, let's see what comes in. So the other service we're looking at is libraries. Gotta have a public library or two out there. 22. And let's see where that would go nicely. Probably right here. Now, public libraries kind of need to have a network. So we can actually drop these in a couple places. Let's drop one here for the university. That way they have one. And then we'll start dropping these around the city. But yeah, public library is pretty essential. In fact, the only other thing we really need over here is a high school. We could always drop a road here in and get a little more space. We may do that. We'll see. All right, only 1,000 more to go to get to our 8,500 number here at Silver Shores. And let's see what's happening with our possible trolley depot. Now, we don't want trolley bus, we want trams. And so this needs a road entry. And this is one of those things you got to be careful once you get in there because you really can't move it. And I think that's okay for this because, remember, eventually this is our oil drilling area. There's a big bunch of oil out there we want. And that would lead right to where we want to build our lines. So that's a real possibility there. We're just going to need some more cash. Let's figure out how much that is. 40,000 for that one. So we'll need some more cash. Almost at 75,000. Losing cash on some weeks. Let's take a look at the economy. 27. Let's see where the difference is here. Okay, industries look good. They're making a profit. Parks, 40 bucks. Not too bad. Okay, public transportation. Yeah. So we could up our fees on that. Notice our tax rate is definitely low, 9%. There's been times I've had to up that a lot. Industries are doing good. Schools are expensive. Fire is expensive. Unique buildings. Okay. Our tourist numbers need to go up. That's a big thing. A lot of these unique buildings depend on good tourist numbers. And of course we could add some more high density. Those all need to level up. Probably need to drop in another park over here. That's the one thing we could really use over here. How big can we go on the park? Let's see. This, oh, it fits. Yeah, that might be useful right there. 5. We got, yeah, let's do this right here. How should we do it? How about that? Okay, so we should just see the land values in here just skyrocket. There's goes one. Let me just hover here and listen to all the little bells. Not quite 7,500, almost there. Could do some beach tourist areas. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's see if we can make a little walking tour. That's always a good one. Where that is. Here it is, right here, I believe, right? Walking tour point of interest. Place points of interest to create a walking tour. Tours going through areas with high appeal attract more tourists. The points of interest must form a circular line. So let's just build a circle, right? That's what it's all about. Okay. And by the way, when you do this, it will show you what is exciting to a tourist, like our parks, Smokin' Charlie's Village over here. So when you have something like this government area where there's several and they're within walking distance, well, you can put a point of interest and that'll start generating your tourist numbers. Okay. And they have to kind of form a circle. So we're going to go like that. And add a stop here. And add a stop here. Tax office is always a fun place, right? And then here, and then we'll just cross the street to complete the line. Yeah, I'm not sure that there might have been another way to do that. I suppose I could do a little pathway across here, right? That way they don't have to do this across the street, across the traffic. So let's see if we can make that really quick. Small little pathway. And let's see here. What do we want to use? Actually, you know what looks good is the park life. And I believe is it the amusement park? There's one that looks really good. Okay, let's see what this one does just for kicks. Now these are pretty easy. Usually just one path. Let's go up. Let's make it a little bit longer here. That. Go across. And then we're just going to go back down here. That. Alright, what do we got here? You know, it didn't complete out. Isn't that interesting? So, doesn't recognize that as a sidewalk. Well, that's terrible. This is what happens when you're dealing with robots. Okay? They can't figure it out. Alright, well, let's just make them use the street for fun. And let's see. Yeah, to solve this problem gets a little difficult. It doesn't really matter which way we go here either, by the way. Well, we'll just let it go for now. I don't want to get hung up on pedestrians. But yeah, this is one of the problems here. I mean, they're doing fine. Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting hit. I suppose we should change this to a signal, though, right? Just so everybody has a chance to get across. Here, we can do that there. Boom. Okay? Not so dangerous now. Okay? Everybody gets a chance. All right. And let's add in a few more residential. Right here. That. As you can see, demand is pretty high, especially over in this area. This area is really popular now because it's got all the services and all the good jobs and all the things. Okay, which, by the way, I think there was space for an office building over here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is not good residential space, but it does work good for offices. It helps break down the noise. And same thing over here, but I think we decided that's the limit, but we can do one here. So let's pull this over. You know, I take that back. We're going to have to knock that down later because of the train. What am I thinking? Okay. Okay, let's bring this road down. just to give another access point, and we might start putting in some other services down here, so we'll need that. Yep, the rock's got to go. And I think we'll go down to about right. This is good for now, but... And we can bring this one down to kind of complete this. I don't know if we want to put anything here or just leave that. We can even do a small park. A little park hiking area over here, who knows? Okay. And question is, do we want any of these to connect? I think we want this one to connect. Like that. There we go. Did you notice how the building next to the new cross street is like, boo? We can always fix that for you by just turning it into commercial space. We'll do that right now. Okay, 7647. We need more residential. You know, the temptation is just push hard till you get it. Not always. Not always the best idea. And slowly building cash 62,000. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Now we could start dropping in some more residential over here. At some point, we're going to have one more fishing dock over here. In case we may move it over this way. Who knows? But for right now, here at Smokin' Charlie's Fishing Village, I suppose we could add a couple more residences. And let's take a look one more time here at some of the unique buildings coming up we might be doing. Down in this part of the city, there's still a financial center to build. That's got its own little world. Yeah, see the Oriental Pearl Tower? That goes in the financial 180. And this is always fun. Like I said, the ChirpX launch site, I love that. That kind of goes with this whole science thing up here. And we never did drop in the old Market Street. Okay, so this is 75. Let's see where this could go. Okay, so the way to use this is you drop it in. We can just say here, and then build a street around it, put commercial all around it. And then from there, a neighborhood. So it's a little bigger than a micro build. And you also got to watch out for the noise. It's got a big noise footprint, but all the commercial in that particular area, I'm not sure that's the right part of town though. Could be down here. Except they'd be moving all of that. So it's a little tricky where you get that in. But yeah, that's a way to increase the value of the commercial. I mean, that's not bad. Might even be something like that. Okay, well, we'll come back to that one, but that kind of gives you an idea how that works. You gotta have space for it. Alright, just building up cash here. 7730. Kind of got the organic thing growing here. Basically because we've got all the services for the city center area, and it's just going to keep leveling up, and that attracts more people. So that's all going good. Let's drop in another library, because that always helps, right? Okay. Another public library, and this is basically going to help everybody up in this part of town. So kind of want to get it in a spot that hits everybody. That's pretty close. Nudge it over a little. Nope, too far. There. Yeah, libraries do a lot. Be surprised. You can really add in public library, entertainment 100. So it actually adds a lot to the community. Okay, a couple things we have sort of been not paying as much attention to, but we should. And that's going to be down here in healthcare. Child Health Center. Small healthcare facility increases the birth rate within the building's radius and offers health services to children's teens, creating a health benefit. So let's see where that goes. Look how big it is. Okay, huge. So we want this to cover a large area. And I think this is good right here. That covers all the city center, which is what we wanted to do. And it also covers part of that. And let's go over here and drop one in over here as well. Let's find a small spot right here, maybe. I don't want to take that out. Let's go across the way. Right here. There's a good spot right here. That hits almost everything. Okay. There we go. And that'll bump up the land value for that. Okay. Increasing the birth rate, and we want that. Otherwise, we have a mass die-off. Okay, we got 2 of those. Then the other area we need to pay attention to is the elder care. Now, these 2 have a huge footprint. I like to kind of get these into park areas, but it really depends what's around. Sometimes I'll just drop them right next to the child health care facilities, maybe with one little space in between. Lots of transportation access here. Sometimes I'll move it down to, say, where a tram facility is or something, just so they don't have to walk as far. It just really depends. And let's see if we can drop one more of these in. See, they have a huge footprint. So it just really depends where you want it to go. About who you're serving. For right now, and again, we might have to move this around a little bit, but for right now, let's just drop one in right here. Okay. And then, do we have one up here? No. So we're going to need one up here eventually. Where's that going to go? This is a little tough placement here. I don't want it on the main highway. That's not nice. You can just see the land values going up left and right here, right? Very efficient. Okay, we might have to... I don't want to put it up here by the windmills. That's not so great. I don't want to take out too many houses if I decide to do this. Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, that's... Whew. How about down here? Kind of on the corner. I have to think. Actually, maybe that's it right there. That's not quite as many units. Oh, there's a park there. Okay. So then what about over here? Might have to be there. Might have to be there. Just don't really have too many alternatives. Trying to round out those services. Okay. 7897, so about 600 more people to go, more robots. And where do we want to pack them into? Okay. Take a careful look at what's going on here. One thing we could do is just start zoning in some more. Like right here. This is a good spot we could throw some more residential in. High density. Just use this space between the fire department and our elder care. And let's do a little commercial. Not much. Just a little right here. Have a couple little stores for people to get to. There we go. This also provides a few jobs. Not a whole lot, but a few. And of course, we'll be filling in back here. Smokin' Charlie's Village might actually expand a little bit, depending on how the rail line comes through. Okay, almost to 8,000. As you can see, demand is really high. So if we start zoning it out, it'll pop in here. We're just trying to do it efficiently. Okay, a few more there at Smoke and Charlie's. I don't know if you can hear this. We got a little fire going on, and it was put out by our helicopters. You know, once you get those in, they're pretty efficient. They go around putting out fires all over the place. So it's kind of a good little asset to have on top of your fire departments. Okay, I think we can throw a few more residential units over here as we make our push. And I'm going to leave that one open just in case we decide to drop in a street there. We'll see. Okay. And how about behind the library? It's not the best, but we could do one here. There we go. The wind turbines back there are going to be very useful the minute we cross the river and start building out that farm and small community over there, because initially we'll use those for power, so those aren't going to go to waste. Got the look at the university's packed. Everyone's going to school. Got people at the library, the park. Okay, things looking nice here. 8,000. Okay, listen. Oop, we got a little water problem here. That's okay. Just gotta pull the line down a little bit. Let's see how we're gonna do that. This way. And then let's go. We can just go right here. There. Got that solved. And I think we need to push out our zone. It looks like it's a little short there. Yeah, okay. So we're going to pull this out a little bit. It'll cause a little mayhem initially, but that's all right. We want this all to be a part of the same little thing. There we go. We'll kind of even it out here a little bit. All right. 8127. This is probably going to happen pretty fast the minute these re-res to the right zone. And the two areas down by the river, we don't have to add a lot to get to our goal. 8,500. And let's go over here and take out another industrial. I want all of this to move across the river, so we're actually going to take all of this out. There we go. And at some point we can take out this road and redo all that. That's not going to be there. We want to develop this a little bit more. Take advantage of all. There's so many unique buildings and other assets. We want to take advantage of that with as much zoning as possible. So, yeah. In fact, let's take a look at what that might look like here. See how far we can go. Probably to about right there. Stop the game for one little second here. I don't know that we want to go any further than that, right? At least not on that section. There we go. And should we add a cross street here? What do you think? Okay. Okay. Alright, let's let it go. There we go. Okay, what, you still think we have a little water shortage over here? What's going on? Oh, look at that. One spot in the middle. Okay. It's easy enough to fix. Just pull this over. It's all about creating a network, right? Let's see what we got here. One little spot here. Just got to be careful. I don't want that to creep into my industrial. Yeah, we may be redoing part of that anyway, so. Alright. 8229, we are so close. I literally just need to zone in a little more. And I don't know what we're going to do down here. We're not going to let this little space go to waste, that's for sure. This is a park or another big unique building. I don't know. We'll see. I could always drop one of these big guys in. Let's see, where is it? Oh, I don't know. We could do this, right? That would fit. It just, you know, you're wasting so much there, so that's why a park works. Kind of a custom park area there. We'll see. Yeah. $82, $81. We're so close. Let's see what it would take to put a park in up here. Where would we want the entrance to this? Probably like right here. And that's all. I'm not really talking about a big park. I just want to try and utilize the space a little. Madison Grounds. We'll figure out a better name for that. Okay, now I don't even know how if I can even fit this. Parkside Gate. Okay. Let's see if it'll fit. Oh yeah, it will. Okay. Can I get the main one in there? Oh, I can. Perfect. Boom. Now that's a stroke of luck right there. That does not happen too often. And let's see. Let's go with the tree path. Freeform. And where are we going here? I think we're going out this way. Yeah. Like that. Okay, let's hold off before we go any further on that part. And let's see what we can fit here. Yeah, at some point we'll get the chessboard. Have to build a bigger park, of course. Gazebos, climbing frames, trampolines. Okay, so there's lots of stuff to add in here. What do I have to do to get up there? Level 5, level 4. Okay. Alright. This one's going to be a little more permanent. Remember, this one might go away. So this park we have to be a little more choosy about what we do. And so let's get the square in the right place. That's one of the bigger assets we have to get in here. Kind of want that. I almost want this out here a little bit more, huh? I actually think we can do that. Alright, so let's bring the path out a little more first. What do you think? Just straight out? Or how about this? Let's go like this. Start over here, and then, yeah, sort of like that. Okay, and then what we want to do is drop in the square, sort of like that. There's a couple different ways to do it. And I'll show you why, because we want to go like this. Let's see how squared up we got here. First, take this out more. Okay, well, let's see if we can do this. And for this part, switch to straight. There we go. And you want to get right along the edge if you can. It can be difficult, I'll tell you that though. Depends where you ended up here. Like that, I guess. It's not a perfect square. That one is. And then of course, this way can be tough too. Yep. Can always go like this though. Let's go freeform. Not too far there. Okay, perfect, and then I'll show you what we'll do. What do we got here? Park Cafe. Now this, kind of want like that. And then on this side, Park Restroom. You don't want it exactly across, but kind of off a little bit. Perfect. Okay. And okay. We're gonna need a little fencing. Let's get a fence up. Otherwise, everyone just wanders in like our other park. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Switch this to freeform. That always works best for fences. Yeah, we'll go like that. That makes more sense. Not too much of a corner here. See, that's too far. There. Okay, because we want to go straight across if we can. It's not going to be that far down here, actually. Nice little curve to that one. And let's make this one straight. Gonna leave that space open because we may be able to use that for different things. Okay. Yeah. Way down here. This is all gonna be park. The big ass park. Okay. Come down here. So the fencing thing, you know, it's really not that difficult. You just kind of have to get in there and play with it a little bit. Okay. And then on this, we're just going to finish it off. It should just hook it up perfectly. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Now, what are we going to do on this side here? Well, I'll show you. Let's go over to our roads, because it is very noisy on near the freeway. So we're just going to add this. Upgrade. Okay. Now remember, we already did that, so let's just keep going here. All the way down. Alright. And that really will just make it a little more enjoyable for our people in the park. Look, they're already in here. Oh, holy smokes. Alright. What are we charging for this thing? No, not that. Here we go. Okay. $15. How about that? Yeah, because here are expenses. That's too high. And we can add in a lot more detail here. 8345, we are so close. I don't know that just, oh, what happened to this? We didn't quite get our fence finished there. Okay, well, let's add that back in. There we go. And I think we can go ahead and add in some more residential right down here by the park. We could even do another entrance if we got really crazy. Like a side entrance. Let's see what that would look like. I mean, the road's not going anywhere, right? Or we could even extend it out a little bit more down to here. Go with a little entrance down here. What do you think? Oh, there's this spot too. Okay, now that's kind of interesting. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get back to our path. Go free form. Okay. Now this is a little tricky. It's going to be really tight. Yeah, see, that's out of the city limits. Okay. And we want to make this a little bit, kind of go like that, so we don't take up too much of an opportunity there to zone. And okay. And then down to here. Okay, wow. That is so close. Okay, I don't even know if we can get the fence back in there. Let's see. Let's take this piece out. It's gonna be tight. Oh. Okay, so we can get it to space occupied 2 slopes. What? Okay, that seems odd. I don't know that it matters a whole lot. Okay. Aha, okay. That doesn't like that. Well, let's just add that in for a second here. This is gonna be tight. Okay, let's do that, and then let's try this. See, this is some tricky stuff here when you're up against the city boundary. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. All right. It's not perfect, that's for sure, but it'll work, right? It's not perfect. And we gotta fix this now. Take this back a little. There we go. 8,500, just like that. Now here's what we're trying to get here. Look, train, monorail, cable cars, high-tech housing. Lots of new buildings, transportation buildings. All the new train stations that we want to check out that are part of the new DLC. So, all right, let's finish the park. Kind of making a little journey here. There we go. And then, all right, let's see how that looks. Not totally pleased with that, but let's see what we can do. Let's see. I guess we could do something like this. Okay, that's a little more interesting. I like that a little bit better. Okay. And then we're going to finish the fence here. And again, we're going to try and minimize the impact on zoning. There's going to be some. Get rid of this curve here. Just pull it straight over. Try and leave that as much as possible. And then they'll put a slight curve here at the end. There. Just like that. Okay. All right. Here's our new park. And let's just finish out zoning this. Let's do a little bit of low impact commercial. And then we'll finish out with some high density. There. Okay. Well, something crazy is going on over here. What's going on? Wow, major death. Major death. Now, what is this the result of? Well, I'll tell ya. It looks like we've got... It looks like our graveyard's doing okay, but let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, okay, we're getting really close, so we need another one. Alright, let's pick and choose carefully here where it should go. I'm going to say right here. Let's just get it in there and see if we can get this fixed. Right here. Oh, took out a house. Sorry about that. Yeah, so just to kind of recap what happened here while we were building. Didn't even notice. Major die-off, but the problem was not enough capacity over at the cemetery. And so pretty soon it just cascades, and then you have abandoned buildings, and then you have lower tax revenue. Guess that explains why we were having dips here and there. So this will slowly cure itself now that we have another graveyard in. Got to get up to 16,000 to get to the crematorium. And then at some point we might build a little area specifically for the dead. Actually have a park for that. So. But yeah, this got pretty critical, huh? We might need to drop another cemetery in over here just to keep up with the capacity. Because this one's full. So where would that go? I'm gonna say over here actually. I don't like putting it right next to elder care, but close is not a bad idea. Like kind of right. Let's go right there. Okay. Okay, so hopefully that helps heal the problem on that. Wow, kind of critical problem there, huh? Scary. Okay, so it looks like we don't need this power line anymore, so let's take that out. Okay. Alright, well as you can see it's slowly clearing up the issue. Slowly getting everybody to the graveyard, all these dead bodies, wow. I wonder what the die-off, I mean there's this normal life cycle you get into and then there's die-offs in your city. But gosh, I hope it wasn't some virus I don't know about. 180,000, population now 9,000. Let's check out quickly what our next stop is up here. Okay, so 14,000. We'll get another area. The colleges open up a little bit, and that's where the crematorium is. So it's quite a bit of growth before we get there. And meanwhile, next time, we'll open up the rail line. It's going to be coming in, see? Yeah. In fact, let's see what we got right now, just for kicks. This one, the cargo train terminal. Now the other one we can get to eventually is where they mix a cargo train terminal and that's the bus metro hub. Okay. It's a cargo train terminal and airplanes. Let's see. There we go. Cargo airport. Cargo airport hub. Okay, got to be up to 70,000 for that. Large airport specializing in handling large amounts of cargo instead of passengers. Trucks and trains. So yeah, that'll be later. That's a great asset to have. We'll drop that in here somewhere when the day comes. Okay. Long before that, though, we'll need just a regular train station hub. So we'll probably put that in first next time. Silver Shores. Coming along very nicely. We'll fill this in next time too. Oops! Looks like we're one little area short here. We've got to expand our... These little things creep up as you grow, so yeah, here we go. Let's just pull this over here right now real quick. There we go. Well, looks like we got a huge fire over here as well. Our helicopters are doing pretty good fighting it off, but it's big. And I don't know if you noticed, but over here, a little noise problem in this building due to the helicopters. So that was kind of expected. Yeah. At some point, this is where the rail comes through, so. But yeah, this is what happens when you build next to forested areas. You can catch on fire. So, well, we got a lot done, and there will be more. So we continue the all DLC, no mod build of Silver Shores with 421. Hey, was that me?